Hey, what's up you guys? It's Jessica and today I'm going to be doing my wrap up for May in June. I have been gone for a month. I went out of town. I went to Mexico for 3 weeks and I was with my family and it was amazing. I tried to pre-film before I left, but honestly that did not work out. I did not like any of the footage that I made, so I just scrapped it all and just decided to do it once I come back. So here I am today. I read a total of 6 books in both May and June. Most of them I read in May. June I only read 1 book because I just didn't have time. Like, I took books to Mexico but I had no time to read. I tried my hardest to read but that did not work out. I tried, I failed. But let's move on. I'm back and I'm ready to read as much as I can. Like, I'm in such a good reading mood and it's going to be amazing. So the first book that I read in May was The Mark of Athena by Rick Riordan. This is the 3rd book in the Heroes of Olympus series. This book was amazing. This is my favorite book in the series. I just love this so much because we have Percy, we got Annabeth, we got Leo. And so much happened in this book. Literally, I was not expecting that much to happen. I'm really excited the fact that I picked up this series. I love it. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. I don't know if I said that already, but it was honestly fantastic. This is the biggest one in the series and it is the best one, I promise you. This series is really good. I know getting into the Percy Jackson series is kind of like a hit or miss for people because it is a middle grade, but I do think the Heroes of Olympus would be easier to get into. But I really loved this. It was amazing. Oh my god, I love Percy, I love Annabeth, I love every single character in this series. The next book that I read was Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 2nd book in the Throne of Glass series. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. I honestly still don't know how to feel about this. I like this series, but I really don't know. I have a book talk about this, which I'll link down below so you know how I feel about it. But this was actually really fun to read. A lot was also happening in this. Right after I finished Crown of Midnight, I picked up Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. I did not film a book talk because obviously I didn't have time and I did not like the footage when I did, so I don't know if I will. But I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars and I still don't know if I do give that the same rating because I really did like this. I think I like this one better than the other ones. But I'm not gonna lie to you that this was kind of boring in some cases. There was a new character introduced here and I just didn't like reading it. After some time I just ended up skipping her chapters because they were just too boring for me to like read. I couldn't do it. The one thing that I liked more about this book is Selena, the main character. She was not as annoying as she was in the first 2 books and I just really enjoyed reading her perspective. We were introduced to like a couple more characters and it was just really, it was more fun than the other ones despite the fact that I had to skip a lot of chapters. I'm still contemplating if a 4 out of 5 stars is a good rating. I think more of a 3.5, 3 stars would be better. Honestly, I've missed filming so much. Like, I love being here, sitting here, and just talking to a camera about books. I really did miss it. This month has been awful. I also picked up The Diviners by Libba Bray. This is the 1st book in the Diviners trilogy, which this book was fantastic. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. This was amazing. It was so much fun. Oh my god, it was so intriguing. Like, this takes place in the 1920s and it's a paranormal like mystery thriller. Like, you know what's going on but the characters don't know, it's really cool and I really can't wait to continue on with this series. I listened to the audiobook, which was fantastic. So good. I love the audiobook. I love this book and I really can't wait to continue on with this series. The last one is coming out this October, I believe, or September. I'm really excited. I think it made me question a lot due to like religion and just what you believe in general. Like, it doesn't have to be with religion. And it just made me, I guess it kind of made me realize a little bit more about myself. I really loved it. The thing is, it is a very slow book. It's long, first of all, but a lot happens, but it takes a little while to know what goes on. Well, the characters to figure out what's going on. And I think it all ends up concluding in the end, I guess, throughout the books. Later on, I picked up The House of Hades by Rick Riordan. This was amazing. I love this series. I'm so happy. You know, we have Percy, a lot of Percy in here. And it was fantastic. You know, the Mark of Athena left on a really big cliffhanger. Let me tell you that. I did not appreciate it. If I was reading it when it first came out, I would have been really upset and that I had to wait a full year. But luckily, I read it now. Really fantastic. Obviously, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I love this series. I love Rick Riordan's writing. You know, I've learned so much from this series with Greek mythology, and it was just really fantastic to read about these characters. I just love every single one of them. Like, you know, amazing. You know, every single, it's just, they're all fantastic. I love Percy Jackson and everyone in there. And the last book I read, which was the only book I read in June, and I read it literally the last week of June because I was here and I read it once I came back. And that's The Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan. This is the last book in the Heroes of Olympus series. This, let me tell you, was amazing. I love this. Honestly, for me, there was a point where like I was just not as interested. It was just really like, but it gets crazy. Like, I love this book. I'm honestly not gonna lie to you, like, I wish there was more Percy and Annabeth, but the series doesn't start with them, so I'm not surprised that it doesn't end with them. But it was really cool. Like, you know, we found out about a lot about these characters, and they growed up so much in the short period of time that we were with them, like a couple months. I love them, you know, like Percy is still the same, still amazing. Annabeth, amazing. You know, I think she's learned a lot about herself in this series, not by being with Piper and Hazel, especially with Piper. I think also Piper went through some amazing character development. She was really cool and she was really independent when we first met her, but over time she just became stronger. You know, she realized that I want to fight for myself. I don't want to depend on others. And I thought that was really cool how, like, she wanted to learn how to fight, and I love that about her. Hazel became more comfortable with herself, you can tell. So is Frank. He's more comfortable with himself. Jason as well, you know, he wants to use his voice, and oh my god, my battery's dying, and he wants to use his voice, and I love it. Leo, amazing. I love Leo. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Nico, I think also as well went through some amazing character development. He learned how to be comfortable with himself and just be with others, which is one thing. Like, I just love Nico. Nico's one of my favorites. This series was amazing, and I'm so happy that I read it. Fantastic. I really do recommend you guys reading this series. But that's it for today, guys. My battery's dying, so I'm gonna go charge it. I'm just gonna abruptly end it like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!